You
I
heard it
will
here
hurt you.
first. Mantra will hurt armor. Anyways, Twilight Grove. Here we
Three,
go.
two,
Game 1.
one.
Jaximus
PXshadow.
versus PXshadow.
Both players immediately going for recovery.
Jax
Combat.
hitting PX off with that air kung fu.
Tosses the mine to the side of Twilight Grove.
Got that
Finds the
spear, looking for the down. Can't quite find it. Shadow keeping the pressure up with that sword.
Tosses the sword into his face. Finds a sidelight. Jaximus is traveling himself off the side of the map. This is dangerous.
I think he's just trying to play with PX.
Possibly.
Ooh, but the dive kicks. Something to consider when fighting PXshadow. He will use those dive kicks like Katars and gimp you.
Yes, absolutely. Jaximus finding a way to be able to get back to stage with the lance, however. Really doesn't even look like he's trying to attack. He's just trying to get back onto center stage. Has the spear. Maybe he actually does want to play the...
Oh, and the Z from PXshadow! The Z for the first stock!
I have so much trouble being hyped about that considering what I just saw, but Shadow ends up losing his stock, falls off the
Something
bottom
like
of the
using
map.
dive kicks like Katars. Katars oftentimes backfire.
Jax was holding onto the spear, Shadow holding the sword in hand, and currently
Using those nares, getting that damage out on PXshadow, already at a pretty hard orange. Shadow manages to find some combos, gets the recovery, setting Jax to red.
Yeah, finds the guitars, heading off the
But
island.
he hits him with that retreating side air, throws the weapon, interrupts his momentum,
And he's starting to rack up the damage on
goes for the
Shadow.
D-Sig trying to cover the weapon and maybe get a nice punish, ends up stopping the signature with a downlight and hitting him with the side air.
Goes
but
for a gravity
PXshadow,
cancel.
undeterred, hits him with the side sig.
Yeah, using the side signature to punish Jaximus' option for a gravy cancel neutral signature, killing off the side of the map. PXshadow evens it up 2-2 and goes to the swords off stage once again. Jaximus finds himself below the stage, a weapon toss from the down air. Shadow's racking up this damage with his unarmed combat. Jaximus is with recovery, sending him into the red. Another recovery like that probably will end Shadow's stock. And he's doing a great job of denying every weapon from Shadow. And the
Ooh,
charge!
and the recovery kill from Jaximus.
The charged recovery kill read from Jaximus, knowing that Shadow was going to try to dodge above him and kills him off the top. Excellent showing.
Guarding that weapon, hits him with the kung fu. Finds that side light in the side air. He's putting a lot of pressure on the Shadow. He needs to do something and do something fast.
Yeah, Shadow probably wants to find Jaximus off the side of the island. Unfortunately, his unarmed hasn't really been gimping him. Finds the guitar throw into him.
But does Shadow really want to take things off stage off of those shenanigans that we just saw?
I feel like he still wants to. I feel like he can impress or improve it and do better and find a way to get back to the stock. He's doing a great job of getting this damage, however, with his unarmed and his guitar throws. And
Jaximus going for that down sig, lifts it. Shadow going in, gets the recovery. I believe that would have been a kill.
Shadow just trying to box Jaximus out with his recovery moves with the guitars right now. Jaximus goes to the gravy cancel. Excellent use of that gravy cancel neutral light to be able to pick him up. Finds the spear, goes for a down sig, and gets punished once again by a signature from Asuri, sending him off the side of the map.
Put those sigs down. He needs to use that end light if he's going to pick that spear up against PX
Yeah,
Shadow.
every time he's gone for his signature, he's been punished by the same signature from Shadow, bringing it up 1-1. Goes for the gravy cancel down sig, doesn't connect, and Shadow's juggling,
looping up those neutral airs.
sending him into the yellow, just trying to get as much damage as he can with the sword as possible. Goes for a D-light, but instead finds a neutral light. He's carrying Jaximus across the stage.
Goes for that dare, gets hit up with that neutral light.
Holding onto the spear, Shadow finds himself disarmed. A weapon spawns in his favor, but he doesn't pick it up. Goes back, gets it, finds the sword, but Jaximus has got control of center stage. A neutral light to interrupt that down air. Shadow's got a lot of damage.
Jaximus using his down air just to get away from PX Shadow.
Oh,
Ends up
no.
falling, taking the Z, giving the match to PX Shadow.
I guess he
Two
thought...
Z's in one match, I can't complain.
I mean, Shadow not even saying, well, like, GG, he's just wondering what happened. Like, Jaximus thought he hit the side of the stage, and he didn't. And he gives game 1 to Shadow. Shadow claiming that he actually just got DDoSed. Interesting claims.
Well, better him than us.
I say better nobody. Nobody needs to get DDoSed. Shadow giving out a friendly warning to the chat. when you're playing Brawlhalla at a high level, you don't want to add random people that you might not know because you'll get spammed. Spammed 1,000 times to watch a broadcast. Anyways, Jaximus, opting not to pick Orion, but switches over to Brynn. What stages does he ban? Amber saying that he gave us a follow in exchange for triggering us with his math. Thank you, Amber. We are happy. Well, Mantra might not be happy, but I'm definitely happy, as is Gravy Cancel.
I'm actually having some problems here. I can't see that.
What? Like...
Amber, you know, we're gonna have to have some words after this tournament here. You know, I might cover you in very hot gravy from this hot production.
Sounds, suggestive. Anyways,
no, that was not suggestive. No, not in the slightest.
Jaximus hovering Brynn. PXshadow needs to ban some matches so that they can move on to game 2. That is for sure. PXshadow banning out Thunder Guard and King's Pass. And Jaximus picks... Shadow's screaming at him to do it. I'm not quite sure what's happening.
I don't know. A little Shia LaBeouf action.
There's an inside joke just like going... he's just like waiting on this. I would just... I hope they pick a map.
I may collapse from gravy stress.
Just giving him a little friendly reminder to pick a map in the chat. He picks Mammoth Fortress. We're moving on to game 2. Here we go. Jaximus Brynn
Here's
versus
PXshadow versus Jaximus. Changing it up with Brynn. Let's see how it plays out.
2, 1, brawl!
Both players find themselves on Mammoth Fortress, go for unarmed, and neither one connects, and Jaximus finds the first weapon, handling the spear, and tosses it into Shadow's face. Shadow, however, having no difficulty getting with the unarmed, followed by the guitar string, and racks up the damage. It's with the side air into another side air, but Jaximus interrupts it with a neutral light. He's finding neutral light strings.
Jaximus ends up picking up the axe. Maybe that's what he was looking for.
Yeah, tosses the spear aside, using that Taros skin, and goes for a down save.
But there is so much pressure applied by PXshadow right now.
Yeah, Jaximus...
It's going to be very hard to get that lead back.
However, goes in with the neutral light, tries to get whatever damage he can. Shadow tries to punish with the side signature, doesn't quite connect.
Knocking him up so high.
Yeah.
With a neutral air.
PXshadow disarming Jaximus and tossing
and the throw for the kill.
Easily racking up damage on Jaximus' Brynn. Brynn has yet to even have an opportunity to have a say in this match. Picks up the spear. He's probably going to want to make Shadow slow down his gameplay considerably. Otherwise, he's going to have a lot of difficulty pulling out a win. Shadow just crawling across the map with some
Gets
silence.
those end lights off. Goes for the side stick. Gets punished. PXshadow just rolling at him with that sword. Finding that bread and butter. Putting the damage out on the Jaximus, and he's not doing anything to stop it.
Oh, but there's a
He does find that downlight.
Using that as an anti-air tool to cover Shadow's approach, and
following up with the recovery, taking the stock, sitting at a hard yellow.
Jaximus holds on to the axe, denying every weapon he can, and Shadow goes in for the unarmed. Will he be able to pick up this weapon? No, Jaximus denies him with a neutral light into a downlight.
Another downlight.
These
Good
downlights
to see those downlights coming out, but the down sig from Shadow looks for the end sig to try and close early, but can't seem to find it.
Uses a falling neutral air to be able to send Jaximus high. Jaximus in the deep red. It's not going to take much to be able to end this stock. Will he get a recovery or a signature to send him off the map? There's
Shadow getting a little greedy with those signatures. There might be a nice window for Jax to come up and get some pressure. Maybe take a stock off Shadow.
Absolutely. There's the D-light. Hits him in the face. Jaximus trying to do whatever he can, not really losing his stock to Shadow, but he's not really doing any damage to Shadow either. At this point, he's just stalling. Gets the bomb, goes for the side sig, but
Tries
that's
to
an
knock
easy
him
punish.
in real flashy style, but Doesn't work. Shadow goes for that GP. He gets it. Sword to the head. Jaximus loses a stock.
That ground pound taking advantage of the fact that Jaximus did not have his air dodge in play, confirming the stock kill. Asuri holding on to her guitars, going in with down airs, and Jaximus having difficulty interrupting any of Shadow's approaches. Goes for a ground pound, just trying to cover something.
Shadow laying on that pressure with those down airs. He finds his in, gets that down light, gets that recovery, and the ground pound, another recovery.
Jaximus
making a mistake with that side air, almost getting caught in a nasty, nasty chain from Shadow.
Excellent use of that down signature to cover Shadow's landing, using that amazing hitbox from Brynn to be able to rack up the damage. But he needs to end this stock quick, otherwise he is in a dangerous position. There's the neutral light. Doesn't go for the recovery, however, and Shadow manages to get back onto the ground and picks up the sword. There's the ground pound.
Gets that GP, and he gets that game.
And Jaximus doesn't even have the jumps to try to get back.